Hey, welcome to my channel. This video is for the new moon in Gemini this June. New moons are always a time to set new intentions, decide what you want to happen or manifest over the next 30 or so days, or check back in with your big long-term goals and see what next steps you can take. It's always helpful to look at the sign that the new moon is in to know what area or what energy is dominant at this time, so you can work with the energy of the time and give a little bit of a boost to your intentions and your manifestations. So this new moon is in Gemini. Gemini is a curious sign. Gemini puts a focus on communication, on relationships, on connections with others, and Gemini reminds us to remain open. This particular new moon in Gemini, when considering what all the other planets are doing at this time, really wants us to consider our perspective and the thoughts, the beliefs, the things that we have going on in our mind, and remember that our thoughts, our beliefs, what we have going on inside is reflected in our reality, is reflected in the outside world. This new moon is reminding us that words are spells, that what we say can create. We're really reminded to look at our dominant thought patterns, look at our beliefs, and look at how we are speaking about certain things. We have the opportunity right now to gain a different perspective, gain some clarity or some insight into some of our beliefs, to what is going on within our mind, how we communicate with others, how we communicate with ourselves, the things we tell ourselves, and see how we're maybe not in alignment with our manifestations, with our goals, with our desires, and to see what new perspectives, new thoughts, new beliefs we can adapt and change and take on. To do this, we need to have an open mind, let ourselves turn inward and really pay attention to the thoughts that we are having, to observe our narratives that we are telling ourselves or even telling others, what we are thinking about ourselves, what we are thinking about other people or about certain situations. Really consider how our thoughts are shaping our reality. And this new moon and the astrology at this time is not only helping us see where we can make some changes in our thoughts and in our mind, but reminding us that we have the power and we are capable and able to create anything that we want. That we have the power to shift energy, to shift our reality by just changing our thoughts. We may gain some insight into our unconscious thoughts, into our subconscious, maybe realizing things or thoughts, beliefs that we have that we didn't even know we had. So it's a really powerful time to look at how we communicate and our thoughts and our beliefs and figure out what we need to clear, what we need to change, and start changing it, make the changes. So with all that in mind, you can start setting some intentions for this new moon. But now I'm going to do a pick a card tarot reading for this new moon, asking our familiars, the animals in our life, for some advice. I also want to ask them what they think we need to speak out loud. This new moon is encouraging us to use our voice to speak our desires out loud and to really claim those desires and communicate them with others and with ourselves as well. So I'm going to be asking our familiars some advice and then advice on what they think we should communicate, speak out loud, verbalize. I like to ask our animals that we have a connection with for advice because they are really in tune with the energy, the astrology at the time, and they also come from a place of pure unconditional love. They come from a place of wanting to guide and support with love, and they really only have good intentions. And when we work on ourselves, improve ourselves, they benefit from that because they really are little sponges just soaking up our emotions, our thoughts, our beliefs. And when we are aware of how we're feeling and are able to self-regulate and find inner calm and peace, they are able to do that as well. Their behaviors mirror our thoughts, our emotions, the things that are going on inside of us. So they are really helpful, and they have such a strong connection with us that they are great to go to for advice, guidance, support. They are our familiars. So I will be using the Dog and Cat Communication Tarot deck, which is a tarot deck specifically designed for communicating with dogs and cats. It follows the traditional tarot layout and card descriptions, but each description is written in a way that comes from the perspective of our animals, so we can ask them questions about their life or their wishes, their desires, their wants, and we can also ask them for advice. It's just a tool to open up communication with our pets. So while I shuffle the cards, pick a number from 1 to 3, and that can be your message. You may want to ask your animal what number they prefer, or maybe you want to listen to more than one or all of them. Whatever feels right for you, but take a deep breath, get in a meditative state, and be ready to open and receive whatever message your animal wants you to hear. So what message does our animal have for us for this new moon in Gemini? Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. What do they think we should speak out loud? What advice do they have for us? Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Group 1, your cards are the Four of Hearts, Gratitude, and the Eight of Hearts. So the Four of Hearts, Group 1, represents just a general message that your familiar, the animal that you have a connection to, has for you for this Gemini new moon. And the Four of Hearts is about being mindful. It's reminding us to take the time to be mindful, and especially do that with our animals. Sometimes our animals, they just sit, they relax, they rest. They really enjoy a break from being active and busy. And during this time, they're in like a meditative state. They want you to join them in this state. So their advice, their message for you, their general message is to remember to be mindful, to be present, to take a time to pause and just notice your surroundings, notice your thoughts, notice your emotions. Just take a time to have some peace and quiet for yourself, even if that's just for 1 minute, for 30 seconds. Do that throughout the day. Do that multiple times throughout the day. Take some time to just be present. Be present in the moment, noticing all your senses, what you see, what you hear, what you feel on your skin. Notice the thoughts that are running through your mind. And that is a really great reminder for Gemini season. So especially pay attention to the thoughts. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, that's really important. What is your current dominant thought pattern? So take some time to be silent and become aware of your thoughts. This next card, Gratitude, really goes well with the Four of Hearts, because when you're present, mindful in the moment, you begin to have more gratitude. You begin to appreciate all of the little things in life that bring you beauty and joy and pleasure. You notice them, you acknowledge them, and you realize how beautiful life actually is and how great things in your life are. So I think by doing this card is emphasizing the importance of being mindful, and being mindful with your pet too. Join them when you see them just relaxing, when they seem to be calm and peaceful in a meditative state. Just join them and sit with them. The next card, the Eight of Hearts, represents what your animal thinks you need to vocalize, communicate, speak out loud, something that you need to either let someone else know, communicate with someone else, or you need to be aware of how you are communicating with yourself. The Eight of Hearts is about teamwork and knowing that you and your animal, you are a partnership, you are a team. And again, this card is about communication, which is perfect for Gemini season and especially for this new moon. So it's reminding you that you and your animal communicate together, work together, solve problems together, and overcome stressors and discomforts together, that you're a partnership and you do it together. It's also a reminder that our animal is saying that they have a lot to tell you. They're trying to communicate with you. They have a lot that they want to let you know, that they want to communicate with you. So by taking some time to just stop, be present, to just breathe and find peace, you will find gratitude for the things in your life that are really very beautiful. And you will also gain insight into a partnership, whether that's a partnership with your animal or even the partnership that you have with yourself, how you communicate with yourself. The Eight of Hearts is also your animal telling you that you need to talk about your problems, something that you're having a challenge or something that's worrying you, stressing you, something that you are trying to overcome. Speak about that problem with someone that you trust, someone that is a partner, someone that will work with you to reach a desired outcome, someone that you trust to listen to you, to understand you, respect you, maybe even forgive you, and listen to their advice, listen to what they have to say. This card really reminds you to make sure that you're listening as well, not only speaking. So putting these cards together, your familiar, the animal that you have a connection with for this new moon, wants you to communicate an issue or a problem that you may be having. Let someone else in your life that you trust and that you love know about that, know your struggles. Just voice them, even if it's just saying it out loud to yourself, just getting it off your chest and saying it can feel really relieving. Just acknowledging that you are having a hard time doing this, or that you need some more time, or you need some support, or you need some forgiveness, and just listening to what your inner voice says back to that, or what your trusted partner, someone that will help you, that will have your best interest in mind, what they have to say. They also want you to focus on gratitude. What are the things in your life that maybe you have this challenge, the struggle that you're communicating, but can you find the good? Can you find the beauty? Can you find something to be grateful within that challenge, within that struggle, the lesson to be learned from that challenge? And to get here, to get to the gratitude and the lesson and the forgiveness, the peace, the understanding, the acceptance, all you need to do is just pause, just take some time and really become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of what you are telling yourself. Become aware of your emotions. And you can do that by being present, by taking a few seconds, minutes, a few times throughout the day to just be, to be still, to listen, to observe. And use your animal, your familiar, to get in that mindful present state, to listen and observe, because they're really good at doing that and they can really help you get there. So I hope this was helpful for you, Group 1, and you were able to set some really great intentions for this new moon. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Group 2, your cards are the Nine of Balls, the High Priestess, and the Six of Paws. This first card, the Nine of Balls, represents your familiar, the animal that you have a connection to, just their general message that they have for you at this time. And that is to be consistent and to enjoy the process. So I feel like you have been working on something for a long time, maybe learning a new skill, and you've been doing your best, but you're maybe frustrated. It's taking a long time. They're reminding you, keep the momentum going and to enjoy the process. Trust in divine timing, trust that everything is happening at the perfect time in the perfect way, and to not give up, to keep going, to enjoy the process, and know that as long as you're consistent and dedicated, that you don't give up, you will reach wherever you're trying to get. they're reminding you of this. They're reminding you to find the beauty and the fun and the joy in the process, that the end, the outcome always isn't the best part of a manifestation or a goal, but the process, the learning, the skills that you develop along the way, the fun, the joy that you have along the journey, focus on that. And the High Priestess represents some advice that our familiar has for us. So the High Priestess is all about our intuition. So our familiar really wants us to tune into our intuition. Maybe our intuition is guiding our process. We're letting our intuition guide the journey. Maybe we don't know the steps exactly in the journey to get to the final outcome, but we're having fun, we're playing, we're being light. We're letting our intuition tell us the next step. Maybe we only see one step at a time. We have a goal, we have a final outcome, but we don't know all the little steps in between. And we're trusting our intuition to pick the next correct step. And knowing that even if we veer off, or it's taking a little longer, or we don't know how many more steps there are, and it feels like there's so many and we've already done so many, and why haven't we reached this final outcome yet? To just trust, have fun, find the joy in the process, and trust our intuition to help us choose the best next step. The High Priestess also reminds us that our animals, they're really aware, they're connected to their intuition, and they can often pick up things that we miss. Our animal with this card is reminding us to pay attention to our own intuition, to take some time to assess why we are doing specific behaviors or taking action, and why we may be feeling a certain way. If something's been bothering you, or you feel that you are doing something that is no longer in alignment, if you had chosen a previous step during this process and you're now realizing there's a better step or a better way, trust your intuition to change direction, do something else, take another action. If something doesn't feel like it's right for you anymore, make the changes. But the first step is you need to become aware. You need to realize that there is a better step, there is a better way. So just tune into your intuition, and your familiar's advice is to trust that intuition, listen to that intuition, and have fun with it. Don't be serious about it. Don't think of it as something that you have to get right, or that you need 100% clarity. Have fun, be playful, enjoy it. Be very lighthearted when working with your intuition. So the next card represents what our familiar wants us to communicate, something they want us to speak out loud, that they want us to verbalize, vocalize, whether that's just to ourselves so we can hear it. It's very powerful sometimes to speak our thoughts out loud so we can hear them, or if it's to actually speak it, communicate it to someone else in our life. So we have the Six of Paws, which represents the ability to change and to trust that you are able to sustain harmony during transitions. So animals, they often don't like change. They like routines, they like schedules. It helps them feel safe and confident. And when changes do happen, they can become confused, anxious, stressed. It's a big cause of stress and anxiety in pets when they don't know what's going to happen next. When there is change, something new has happened, it can be very stressful for our animals. So our animal would like us to communicate with them what changes are happening. So maybe here on your end goal, they want to hear about that. This is the process and the steps you're taking. They want to know about that final end, that destination that you're trying to work towards. What changes are going to happen in your life and in their life when you reach that goal? Things are going to have to change. If you're manifesting a new house, that means that there will be a move. If you are manifesting a new job or a better job, your daily schedule most likely will change. If you're manifesting a relationship, there will be someone new in your animal's life. So how is your animal's life going to change when you receive these manifestations that you've been working towards? Or how will your life change? First, communicate that with them so that they know what to expect. And also, they can help you get there. They can put their energy into your goals and desires, but they need to know where you want to go. Communicate with them the changes that will happen, that you are hoping to happen, changes that you want to happen in your life. Also consider who else in your life can you communicate these changes to. And maybe it's yourself. Maybe your animal just wants you to become aware of how your life is going to change. Maybe you haven't fully been honest with yourself that you've been trying to get this job, and when you get it, you're going to be working longer hours, or you're going to have a farther commute, or you're going to be making more money, so you're going to move. There is this snowball effect of things that can happen when you reach your manifestation. And are you even aware of all these changes that are going to happen? Are you ready for change? The first step is becoming aware and getting excited about the changes, especially for our animals when change is often scary. So group 2 with these cards together, really focus on your intuition and and find joy in the process, in the unfolding, in the journey, and communicate your change. Communicate the change that you want to see. Group 2, I hope this was helpful and you were able to set some really great new moon intentions, and you have a great new moon period with this Gemini new moon. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Group 3, your cards are the 10 of Bones, the Magician, and the 2 of Hearts. So the 10 of Bones, this card represents just a message, a general message from your familiar, from the animal that you have a connection to for this new moon period. The 10 of Bones is really about celebrating everything you have accomplished. It's about taking the time to recognize and celebrate your accomplishments. Just kind of a feeling of like, oh, we did it. And it's also a card about partnership. So your familiar really feels that they are working together with you. They are putting their energy and their intentions into creating something with you. And they're thinking, wow, we work so well together. This is really a teamwork, a partnership. And they're just letting you know that they're here, they're working with you, they're supporting you, they're guiding you. And they really want you to know that they're contributing. They're contributing to the dynamics of the household. They think of you as their teammate, partnerships, working together, and celebrate that bond, celebrate that teamwork that you two are doing. This next card represents some advice from our familiar, the animal that we have a connection to for this new moon. This card is really about just knowing that we have all the tools, all the resources, all the knowledge. We already have everything that we need to get to where we want to go, to accomplish what we want to accomplish. So our animal is really telling us that don't worry, trust that you are capable, that you are powerful, that you are enough, that you have everything, you are doing everything, and it's all happening. You are capable. You don't need to learn anything else, buy anything else, find anyone else. You have everything that you need already. And to just trust in your power, know in your power. That's the advice from your familiar. This card represents what our familiar believes we should communicate this new moon. The 2 of Hearts. Our familiar really wants us to communicate love, communicate partnership, commitment, communicate with someone. These cards, the 10 of Bones and the 2 of Hearts, they're both like a partnership card. They're both focused on relationships and having a team, making a commitment to another. This could be making a commitment to your familiar. This card is more about having a commitment to your animal. And this card could be open to another person, whether it's a business partnership or a romantic partnership, or it could be your familiar as well. Just making a commitment. So your animal wants you to communicate that you have made a commitment to someone. And this card is also letting us know that our animal is bonded with us, that we are working towards, or we already have a loving, a trusting, and an understanding relationship. So both these cards, our animal is letting us know that we're a partnership, we're a team, and we're both trying to get to the same place. We both see the benefits in reaching our manifestations, our goals, our desires, and we're helping each other out along the way. We are a team. So that's a really strong message that your animal wants you to know. Putting all of these cards together, your animal wants you to communicate your commitment to someone else or to yourself. Maybe really commit to making those changes, to doing those things. Even making a commitment to your animal. What are you going to commit to? And who does that involve? Let them know. Communicate that. And communicate your love, communicate your bond with another if you feel that's necessary. Know that you have everything you already need. You don't need to go searching or looking or gaining anymore. You are enough. You have enough. You have done enough. You are doing enough. You just need to continue doing what you're doing. Being dedicated, again, commitment comes up with this card as well. Being dedicated and committed to your journey, your process, your manifestations, and to find love and security and joy along the way. To focus on the security and the support and the love, the bonds that you have throughout your journey. And really communicate those bonds. And believe in your power, trust in yourself. So I hope you're able to set some really great new moon intentions with this information in mind, and you have a great new moon period. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Pets are more than just animals. They are spiritual beings with unique personalities and energies. Do you love your dog and want to live in harmony with your dog while understanding their needs and emotions? Instead of feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by your dog's behavior, improve your relationship with your dog and help them heal from any physical, mental, or emotional issues. I offer a unique combination of positive reinforcement training methods with energy healing techniques, animal communication, and tarot. Receive a personalized action plan created by a certified dog trainer and animal communicator. This package is perfect for anyone who wants to enhance and enchant their life with their dog. Don't miss this opportunity to get this amazing package. Apply now and get ready to create a magical relationship with your dog.